I like the possibility of doing comedy. I like the possibility also of doing villains, because villains are way more open than heroes. Heroes, have to behave in a very specific pattern of morality, and so they are trapped in there. And people love them, but they are very boring to play. But the bad guys can do literally anything, especially if the character is a sociopath, as this one is. You can just throw anything on the pot, and you can do any soup that you want with him. And that attracted me. And also the possibility of working again with Patrick, the director. He's a millionaire, kind of become a metaphor for anybody in Europe who is in disagreement with the European Union. And so what we do with it is just to put a magnifying glass on him and make him look a ridiculous right-wing, oppositor to practically anything. He's fighting for the rights of the Greek people, but I don't think the Greek people actually, in real life, would love to have a representative like him at all. And at the end, what happened with these characters is that they are literally fighting for themselves. A character like this is very open. And I thought, actually, at the beginning when I came over here, that I was going to play him more in comedy. But then as I was just on the set, the character started getting really serious and threatening. And I just realized that if the villain in a movie is not threatening, you don't have a movie. You have to actually become really dangerous, or the audience actually want the good guys. They want the good guys to defeat him, and with all his complications. And the guy had a lot of power, a lot of money. He had an army practically playing for him. How are you going to defeat that? And at the same time, he's very intelligent. So, as I was playing him, the comedy was falling apart, and it became kind of a much more realistic character. Again, it was a little bit in the mind of everybody that we were going to take the character completely out of the box and create a character visually very much out there, meaning, very colorful, hairdos, a number of things, and we started from there. But as we were just, in the process, we just started thinking that, we were making the character just way too ridiculous to be believable. And so we start, just going down. It still is, sorry, very flamboyant, but it's not as much as we thought at the beginning. I thought that we took him to a believable, character, believable character that, though he's, very, into a very questionable fashion, by the way, but it's still, he's not completely crazy. I didn't have so much action to do. I did some in London. The boy just shooting some weapons and, kicking and being kicked. I used to love those things when I was younger. Now I don't care for those things anymore, really. I mean, I do it, it's fun, but I prefer, a double to take the bidding. Nobody confessed that. I didn't do it. I mean, when I was younger, when I did Zorro or I did Desperado or movies like that, I really did a lot of my stunts. The only thing that I didn't do was the acrobatics. And I was not just, commercializing that. I just did it, and it was fun. I'm not going to tell you now, that I'm almost 60, that I'm actually just doing everything that you see on the screen, because it's not true. There are great professionals there that they do a great job. That's real comedy, but it's intelligent comedy. They're confronting each other all the time, but at the same time, they need each other and they love each other. It's a classic. We have seen that in many couples in the past. You can go even back to The Sting. I remember Paul Newman and Robert Redford playing that kind of back and forth ping pong game, and it's very effective always. And on top of that, you put a woman like Salma, who is funny and how can I describe Salma after so many years? Explosive, maybe is the word. So you create a cocktail that is very attractive to watch, as they go. And there are relationships between them in many different ways, and they are they have the capacity, these actors that I'm talking about, Sam and Ryan and Salman, they have the capacity to laugh off themselves. And when you do a comedy like that, you have to have that possibility. If you don't do that, the audience is not going to buy the game. At the end, it's just that, it's a game. I love the energy of Salma. She got a beautiful aura that goes with her everywhere. And I think that's the success of Salma is based on that kind of beautiful thing that she exudes to everybody that works with her. She's very funny, and funny nowadays is a degree, is a virtue. In the world so confused and so violent, to have people like that around is very good. I really love her. He's capable to deal with all of these crazy actors who are asking for everything every day. All of them are just want to change lines, but if they change those lines, they're going to affect the lines of another one. So he got to just put together all this mess every day. And he does very well. He's very patient, with all of us. It's understandable, everybody's trying to work in their character better. And so sometimes it's very complicated, just to put so many stars in the same, in the same table, and play with them and just obtain something that is actually worth for everyone and for the movie itself. So I think he plays that game beautifully, because I wouldn't like to be on his skin, actually. No, but he does well, very well.
Hi guys, it's Debbie, and here's today's Daily Fact. James Bond is an all-round action hero. But did you know that his character was the inspiration behind Indiana Jones? George Lucas, the creator of the franchise, was so inspired by the British spy that he created his own Daredevil, portrayed by Harrison Ford. Remember to click below to subscribe, tap the notification bell, or on the side for more great content.